out it goes. Today I kind of want to talk about the importance of appearance. Now, I have first-hand experience about how overpowering it is to physically look a lot better than you actually are, and I'll just quickly go down the list and give some examples of it. So, respect without the burden of proof. That's the first one, and that's a huge one, and that plays into everything. What does that mean? Like, I remember at my old job, I used to wear a suit and tie, and I remember I was the night guy. For working there for around 2 years, I've gotten dozens of people offering me jobs. Dozens. I remember guys who didn't own businesses asked me to work with them, and that they said that I would be able to get a job without filling out a resume and just going in and telling them that I knew them. So I had dozens of people coming up to me and offering me jobs. And I was the night guy, so I'm 10 to 7. Most of these guys that I saw were coming in late, around 11ish. I even had some really big guys, like CEOs of Costco, come in and they're like, how would you like a job? Now, granted, I turned them all down because at the time, the big reason why is I wasn't motivated to get a different job. I wasn't interested, and I guess I wish I looked into it a little bit more. Now that I'm older, maybe it could have completely changed my life. Higher status, obviously, and when I mean higher status, don't, in like, it's like it goes back to the first one with the respect. You can easily tell where I am on the status, looking and how all that. I'm heavier than when I worked at the hotel. I'm more muscular now. I'm the same-ish body fat percentage, give it a 1 or 2. I'm probably not going to be stunning, and I'm probably not going to be any much different. But I remember multiple girls, when I was dressed in my suit and tie, would flirt with me. I remember, and granted, I was in a position of power, but I was just the front desk, at a hotel. And I remember multiple girls would flirt with me, they would ask for my Snapchat, and I remember, wow, this is a thing, this is happening. And I always just chalked it up to, because it's like, oh, I got a one-on-one conversation. No. I am now out of that environment. I now have one-on-one conversations with girls. Girls will go into a conversation in a flirtatious way. I always thought I would bring it up. No. Girls bring up the flirtiness in you, in a way. If you force it, they'll make you feel super awkward, trust me. But the thing is, I remember, like, girls would come down at 6 because they saw me the night before, and like, oh, you're still here, haha, and they'd make the joke like, oh, you must be an early bird, and I'm like, I've been up all night, I want to die, and they're like, you're so funny, and like, I didn't sleep either, I wish I just came and hang out with you the whole time, and it'd be like that, until like 7, where I have to go, and I was like, oh, I have to go, blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna, and whatever, but I remember, I quite literally went from me standing at a desk and girls coming up to me not knowing what they needed and me just greeting them and then they would flirt with me, to now I don't dress like that and now that doesn't happen at all. They had the excuse to come talk to me, so I can say that much, but the thing is it was very much noticeable even when they do have to talk to me, because like I'll be in the gym and girls will come talk to me and like some of them will be flirty, but a lot of them just want to do their thing and get out. The same as the hotel. A lot of them want to do their thing and get out, but I had a lot of cougars and moms flirting with me. And then, it all ties back into power. It'll be easier to get friends. People will do things for you just because you look good. People will like you just because you look better. How many times have you ever smiled at seeing a homeless person? I mean, if you do, that's weird. But the thing is, if you come dressed really nice, people will talk very highly of you, even if you make mistakes. And you might be able to notice this in your day-to-day life. I remember when I was fumbling with a pen and some lady kept telling me the same thing and I had no idea, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just don't understand you. And she was like, "Oh, people have those days, blah blah blah." And the thing is those are kind of the moments like that where people will justify your actions even though it's your fault. Instead of being like, "Oh my god, dude, just listen." You know what I mean? And it's because you simply look better. People justify your actions. People will also carry out your word. People will do things for you just because you look better. If you want to raise, start dressing better, start looking better, be the best. I honestly have been considering wearing honestly a tux or something for this YouTube channel just so I look more professional, people trust me more. Like, more plates, more dates. Derek changed his whole vocabulary just to appear more intelligent to the audience. Now, I want to appear as one of you guys, so this is how I dress as of now, but I might change it up later. And I might do a video in the future just showing. It's ridiculous. It's bumped me up probably 3 points. I might rest around a 6. I think I'm above average looking. But I think it bumped me up into that 9 or 8 category, honestly, when I was wearing that tux with the tie, with the fancy clothing, and the dress shoes, because I had so much respect. Nobody talked badly to me, and when people did talk badly to me, people quickly jumped in and said, "You do not talk to him like that," or, "Hey, what's your deal?" Like, I did have people who were rude, and then I had employees that didn't dress as nice to me, and they would get the brunt end of the stick. But I noticed people were more likely to jump in and help me, even if my coworker was female, who looked like trash, and all those things. Because I looked so much more clean and professional. I had my shirt tucked in, everything. It goes a long way, guys. So I really recommend considering. And quick strategy, find a piece of clothing every month, throw it away, and then buy a piece